So, hello my friends. Today we going to discuss natural language processing. It is a part of applied sciences. So here we go. We're going to take our first question. And which of the following is a recent breakthrough in NPL natural language processing for understanding ह्यूमन लैंग्वेज कॉन्टेक्स्ट ह्यूमन लैंग्वेज कॉन्टेक्स्ट को समझने के लिए BERT का यूज करते हैं, बाई डायरेक्शनल इनकोडर रिप्रेजेंटेशन फ्रॉम द ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स। तो BERT क्या होता है? BERT इज ए स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट मॉडल फॉर द अंडरस्टैंडिंग लैंग्वेज कॉन्टेक्स्ट इट इज इन इट प्रोसेस वर्ड इन sentence directionally bidirectionally improving understanding of the word meaning based on the surrounding word, which is a breakthrough in handling complex NPL tasks such as question answering and sentimental analysis. Next question, which is the primary advantage of using transformers model in NPL over traditional model like RNN? So RNN is a recurrent neural network, and its answer is fast training and better memory handling. Transformers models like BERT or GPT handle parallel processing and capture long range dependency more effectively and than RNN. Okay, and transformers have better memory handling, which leads to the faster training and better scalability. Which of the following is a key feature? इसमें से कौन सा की फीचर ऑफ GPT-3 जनरेटिव प्री ट्रेंड ट्रांसफॉर्मर 3? GPT का फुल फॉर्म होता है जनरेटिव प्री ट्रेंड ट्रांसफॉर्मर 3। तो इसका आंसर होगा तो इट कैन जनरेट कोहेरेंट एंड contextually appropriate text without task specific training। सो की फीचर है इसका। तो क्या इज ए लार्ज स्केल लैंग्वेज मॉडल यूजेज ट्रांसफॉर्मर आर्किटेक्चर। इट इज कैपेबल ऑफ जनरेटिंग हाईली कोहेरेंट एंड कॉन्टेक्चुअली appropriate text without being specifically trained for a particular task, making it one of the most advanced NPL models. Okay, so which NPL model has been primarily used for sentimental analysis task recently? So इसका आंसर होगा BERT has a revolutionized NPL task like sentimental analysis because of its bidirectional approach to the language understanding, enabling more nuanced interpretation of sentiment from the text, making it more accurate compared to the previous model. Okay, BERT has a revolutionary NPL task like sentimental analysis because of its bidirectional approach to the language understanding, enabling more nuanced interpretation. Which of the technique is commonly used in NLP for dealing with out of vocabulary words? इसका आंसर होगा वर्ड embedding. The word embedding like word to work or GLOVE and the fast text represent words as a dense vector in a continuous vector space. These embedding allow for better handling out of vocabulary words by mapping similar words to a similar point in the vector space. What is the main application? Main application क्या है of the named entity recognized NER in NLP? तो इसका आंसर होगा to identify named entities like person, organization and location in text. Name entity recognition NER जो है ये crucial part है of NLP used for identifying and classifying proper names, person, organization and location and other entities like dates, monetary values, etc. within the given text. Which recent NPL models are designed to perform multiple tasks including the question answering and text classification? So इसका आंसर होगा D, डी मतलब T5 text transfer transformers, so which recently NPL model is designed, जो designed हुआ है to perform multiple tasks, जो multiple tasks कर सकता है including the question answering and test को classify करने के लिए. So T5 treats every NPL task as a text-to-text problem with both input and output are text sequence. This unified approach allows it to perform multiple tasks such as text classification, question answering, and summarization. Which NPL model is known for its ability to generate human-like text and is used for tasks like creative writing and chatbot development. So इसका आंसर होगा GPT-3. GPT-3 with its 175 billion parameters is designed to generate human-like text. It is widely used in creative writing, code generation, and chatbot, offering responses that are contextually relevant and coherent. What is the advantage of using the attuations attention mechanism in NPL model? So it's focus on most of the relevant part of the input data when making predictions. So attention mechanism क्या है? Allow करता है model focus on the specific part in input while making it a prediction, improving the performance on the task like translation, summarization. It is a key component of transformers model like BERT and GPT. Which task in NLP recently seen improvement due to the introduction of large pre-trained language models? सो इसका आंसर होगा मशीन ट्रांसलेशन. मशीन ट्रांसलेशन क्या होता है? लार्ज प्री ट्रेंड लैंग्वेज होता है, लैंग्वेज मॉडल लाइक GPT-3 एंड BERT. इट सिग्निफिकेंटली इम्प्रूव्ड मशीन ट्रांसलेशन टास्क्स बाय अंडरस्टैंडिंग कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल relationship in language, leading to the more accurate translation compared to the previous method. Which of the following जो है primary challenge है in cross lingual NLP? So इसका आंसर होगा lack of data in a certain language. So ये इसके बारे में पढ़ते हैं क्रॉस लैंग्वेज के बारे में. क्रॉस लैंग्वेज NLP जो है टास्क इन्वॉल्व डीलिंग विद मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज एंड द मेजर चैलेंज इज द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सफिशिएंट हाई क्वालिटी डाटा for less widely spoken language. In this lacks of data affects the performance of multilingual model. ठीक है, मल्टीलैंग्वेज क्योंकि हम लोग को डाटा डिफरेंट इसमें क्या बोलता है, क्रॉस लैंग्वेज में क्या होता है, डील विद द मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज. ये मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज में डील करता है. हैज़ ए मेजर चैलेंज इन द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सफिशिएंट हाई क्वालिटी डाटा चाहिए फॉर लेस वाइडली स्पोकन लैंग्वेज, जो लैंग्वेज कम बोला गया है. दिस लैक्स डाटा अफेक्ट्स द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ मल्टीलैंग्वेज मॉडल, जो कि अफेक्ट करता है मल्टीलैंग्वेज मॉडल को. Which recent NPL development has significantly improved the machine generated translation? इसका आंसर होगा बी, न्यूरल मशीन ट्रांसलेशन NMT. NMT क्या होता है? न्यूरल मशीन ट्रांसलेशन. NMT models, particularly those based on transformer architecture, have greatly improved the quality mechanism generated translation by considering the entire sentence context, leading to more efficient and accurate translations. Which out of what is the key challenge in sentimental analysis in social media text? तो इसका आंसर होगा बी, हैंडलिंग शॉर्ट एंड इनफॉर्मल टेक्स्ट विथ स्लैंग और एब्रिविएशन. जो हम लोग स्लैंग यूज करते हैं जो सोशल मीडिया पे, वो की चैलेंज है. सोशल मीडिया टेक्स्ट आर ऑफ्टन इनफॉर्मल होता है, शॉर्ट होता है एंड फिल्ड विद स्लैंग, इमोजीज एंड एब्रिविएशन हम लोग में यूज करते हैं, मेकिंग इट सेंटिमेंटल एनालिसिस चैलेंजिंग एज ए ट्रेडिशनल NLP मॉडल जो है स्ट्रगल करता है टू अंडरस्टैंड सच इनफॉर्मल लैंग्वेज. विच मॉडल इज डिजाइंड टू वर्क वेल विथ बोथ स्ट्रक्चरल एंड अनस्ट्रक्चरल डाटा NPL? सो इसका आंसर होगा यूनिफाइड लैंग्वेज मॉडल ULM. ULM-FIT है यूनिफाइड लैंग्वेज मॉडल जो है डिज़ाइन टू वर्क इफिशिएंटली विथ बोथ स्ट्रक्चर एंड नॉन स्ट्रक्चर डाटा. It leverages transfer learning for NPL task and works well with the small data set, fine tuning a pre-trained model for a specific task. Okay. Which of the following NPL tasks जो है is directly related to the application of application summarization techniques like abstractive text generation. Abstractive summarization involves the generating a concise version of document while preserving its key meaning, unlike the extractive summarization which select portions of text verbatim. Attractive summarization uses generative models like GPT-3 to create new text summaries. What is one of the major challenge in using large language modeling in production application में? तो इसका आंसर होगा ए, हाई computational and memory loss. Large language models such as GPT-3 are the computational expensive to train and deploy, requiring significant memory and processing power. This requires them challenging to use the real-time application on the रिसोर्स लिमिटेड डिवाइस में हम लोग यूज कर सकते हैं. व्हाट इज द मेन रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ मेन पर्पस ऑफ प्री ट्रेनिंग लैंग्वेज मॉडल्स ऑन ए लार्ज कॉर्पोरा ऑफ टेक्स्ट. इसका आंसर होगा टू हेल्प द मॉडल लर्न जनरल लैंग्वेज पैटर्न. द प्री ट्रेनिंग लैंग्वेज जो है मॉडल ऑन लार्ज टेक्स्ट corpora. Them the learn general language such as grammar, sentence structure, word association. This pre-training helps them prefer better for specific downstream tasks like translation, questions, answering. Which of the following NPL models is known? NPL model is known for handling text with long range dependencies in text. तो इसका आंसर होगा बी, ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स आर ड्यू टू देयर अटेंशन मैकेनिज्म एक्सेल इन हैंडलिंग लॉन्ग रेंज डिपेंडेंसीज इन text. This enables them better understanding context in larger document, which is a challenge for older models like RNN and LSTM. What is the purpose of using fine tuning in the modern NPL models like BERT? To allow models to perform a task specific modernization after pre-training is a fine training allowing models like BERT, which are pre-trained on vast amount of data, to adapt to specific tasks like sentimental analysis, question answering or named entity recognition by further training them on task specific labeled dataset. Which approach is commonly used in NPL to tackle issues of task ambiguity or polysemy word with a multiple meaning? तो इसका आंसर है contextualized word embedding. For example, BERT. Contextual word embedded like those used word dynamically adjust the meaning of word based on the surrounding text. मतलब अगल बगल के वर्ड को अगर एक वर्ड का अगर डिफरेंट मीनिंग भी अगर हो रहा है तो अगर हम लोग एक सेंटेंस के पूरे वर्ड को अगर पढ़ेंगे, पूरा सेंटेंस पढ़ेंगे, तो हमें उस वर्ड का कॉन्टेक्स्ट पता चल जाएगा कि किस बारे में वो वर्ड बोला जा रहा है. तो इस बारे में है ये. This helps to resolve ambiguities in word with the multiple meaning considering context, unlike traditional static embedding. मतलब पहले जैसे हम लोग मैं सिर्फ वर्ड को एक बार वर्ड को देख के समझ गए कि वर्ड का क्या मीनिंग है, उस वर्ड का दूसरा मीनिंग भी हो सकता है अगर हम पूरा सेंटेंस पढ़े तो. Which of the following NPL task involves the predicting the next word in sequence of words? In sequence of words, तो इसका आंसर होगा लैंग्वेज मॉडलिंग. लैंग्वेज मॉडलिंग क्या होता है? इज अ फंडामेंटल टास्क इन एनपीएल that improves predicting the next word or token in a sequence based on the context provided it by the previous word. It is used for various applications including autocomplete or text generation. The NPL model is primarily used for machine translation tasks. For example, transformers models, particularly the encoder or decoder architecture, are widely used for machine translation tasks. They replace older sequence to sequence models like LSTM for better handling long-range dependencies and parallelizing the training process. What is the major limitation of traditional word embedded like word to V or GLOV? तो इसका आंसर होगा they do not capture contextual dependencies meaning of word. जो वो पहले का जो था मॉडल वो कॉन्टेक्चुअल जो वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट को नहीं देखता था, वो सिर्फ वर्ड को पढ़ के समझ जाता था कि वर्ड क्या बोलना चाह रहा है, लेकिन एक वर्ड का दूसरा मीनिंग भी हो सकता है अगर हम पूरा सेंटेंस पढ़ें तो. ये वो बोलना चाह रहा है. ट्रेडिशनल वर्ड embedded like word to V or GLOV represent word as fixed vector which cannot adjust the different meaning of the same word based on the context. In context, contextualized embedding like those words adjust the meaning of a word based on their surrounding context. Okay. Which recent NPL models is known for its zero-shot learning capabilities, where it can perform tasks without being specifically trained on those tasks. इसका आंसर होगा बी GPT-3. GPT-3 जो है कैपेबल होता है जीरो short learning, meaning that it can perform tasks like question answering, summarization and translation without being specifically fine-tuned on them. It uses the vast pre-training data to generate new tasks. Which technology is used in NPL to create a context-based conversational agent or chatbots? This answer is sequence to sequence model. Sequence to sequence models are commonly used for generating response in chatbot and conversational agent. These models often based on LSTM or transformer architecture takes an input sequence and generate the corresponding output sequence such as chatbot response. Which industry जो है benefited greatly from the application of NLP automatically customer support through the chatbot? तो इसका आंसर होगा बी. क्या है ये? रिटेल इंडस्ट्री जो सिग्निफिकेंटली जो है बेनिफिट होता है फ्रॉम NLP यूजिंग चैटबॉट फॉर कस्टमर सपोर्ट. NLP अलाउ करता है चैटबॉट टू अंडरस्टैंड. जो फ्लिपकार्ट में चैटबॉट आता है या आजकल हर एक ऐप में जो चैटबॉट आ गया है उसी के बारे में ये बोल रहा है. रिटेल इंडस्ट्री जो है benefited from the NLP by using chatbot or customer support. NLP allows these chatbot to understand and respond to the customer queries, automatically repetitive task and improve the customer satisfaction. Which of the following NLP application helps in analyzing the customer feedback for sentiment एंड इसका आंसर का बी. सेंटिमेंट एनालिसिस करते हैं. सेंटिमेंट एनालिसिस यूज टू असेस द सेंटिमेंट पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव और न्यूट्रल ऑफ द कस्टमर फीडबैक रिव्यू और सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट. दिस इज क्रूशियल फॉर बिजनेसेस एंड गेज कस्टमर ओपिनियन एंड इम्प्रूव करता है इसमें प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विस अकॉर्डिंगली. In which domain NLP commonly used in the process of medical records assessed in diagnosis. तो इसमें करते हैं हेल्थ केयर एंड मेडिकल इंफॉर्मेशन जो है मेडिकल, तो इसमें सिर्फ मेडिकल का ही आएगा। वाइडली यूज इन हेल्थ केयर टू प्रोसेस मेडिकल रिकॉर्ड्स, क्लिनिक नोट्स एंड रिसर्च पेपर्स। इट हेल्प्स इन एक्सट्रैक्टिंग रिलेवेंट इंफॉर्मेशन, असिस्टिंग डायग्नोसिस, इम्प्रूविंग पैटर्न पेटेंट improving patient care by automatically administrative task and providing decision support. With the following, NLP task is crucial for improving information retrieval system like research engines. इसका आंसर वैसे query understanding जो है essential task in information retrieval system such as search engines. NLP जो है used to understand user intent and to process query and retrieval the most relevant information from the large data set. Which of the following advancement in NLP is useful for real-time language translation in social media platforms like Neural Machine Translation and NMT? NMT जो है has revolutionized the real-time language translation, embedding more accurate and fluent translation in real time on platforms like social media. It helps in cross-lingual communication and enables users from different linguistic background to interact seamlessly. What is the major challenge in handling sarcasm in sentimental analysis? Sarcasm requires understanding the underlying context or tone. सरकाज़्म जो है व्यंग जो हम लोग करते हैं जो इज चैलेंजिंग फॉर NPL मॉडल्स बिकॉज इट कैन include because it often involves mismatch between the literal meaning of the words or intended meaning. Detecting the sarcasm requiring an understanding of context, tone, and sometimes world language, which is a difficult task for traditional models. What approach in NPL is used to address bias in language model, particularly for gender, race, and ethnicity? Is be it de-basing techniques. De-basing techniques are applied to mitigate or address the inherent biases in language models, especially related to gender, race, ethnicity. These techniques ensure the model predictions are more neutral, fair across different demographic groups. Which problem does out of vocabulary OOV word pose in NPL models? So इसका आंसर होगा limit the model ability to process rare और new words. Out of vocabulary जो होता है refers करता है word is not seen during the training phase में वर्ड हम लोग यूज़ नहीं किए हैं. इट इज़ अ मेजर चैलेंज हो जाता है फॉर ट्रेडिशनल वर्ड एम्बेडेड मॉडल्स एंड एज दे struggle to handle new or rare word, potentially affecting the model performance. Techniques like subword embedding, byte pair encoding can help to overcome this. Okay. Which task in NPL is concerned with determining the grammatical structure of the sentence? तो सिंटैक्स फ्रेजिंग जो है उससे हम लोग उसका हेल्प ले सकते हैं ग्रामेटिकल स्ट्रक्चर को करेक्ट करने में. The syntax phrasing is a task of NPL involves in determining the grammatical structure of the sentence, identifying the syntactic relationship between the words, constructing the phrase tree, and shows how words are connected to form meaningful phrase. What is the role of tokenization in NPL? Tokenization का क्या रोल है? तो इसका आंसर होगा B, to break down the text into smaller unit like words or subwords. Tokenization जो है is the first step in many NPL tasks involving splitting text into smaller units such as words, subwords, character, and they so that they can be processed by models. Proper tokenization is a crucial for accuracy of downstream NPL tasks like translation and sentiment analysis. what is one future trend of NPL that aims to improve the human machine interaction, जो improve करता है human machine interaction को, जिसका आंसर होगा बी, emotion detection in text. Emotion detection in text. One future trend in NPL is emotion detection, where जिसमें emotion को detect करते हैं, where model को हम लोग train करते हैं to understand or respond the emotion conveyed through the text. This would significantly enhance the human-machine interaction by allowing machines to recognize the appropriate react to human emotion states. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग जो है पोटेंशियल एप्लीकेशन और एनपीएल इन ऑटोनोमस व्हीकल के लिए, तो इसका आंसर होगा टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड रिस्पॉन्डिंग टू ड्राइवर कमांड. टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड रिस्पॉन्ड करता है टू ड्राइवर कमांड को. एनपीएल कैन बी अप्लाई टू ऑटोनोमस व्हीकल जो सेल्फ ड्राइविंग कार है, टू एनेबल वॉइस बेस्ड इंटरेक्शन with car by understanding and responding the natural language command. The vehicle can enhance driver experience and assist with navigation and entertainment and safety task. Just a minute, I have to plug in my Wi-Fi. Okay, now which new challenge in NPL is associated with the emergence of large pre-trained language models like GPT-3? So it is B, the ethical concern and biased in models. The use of large pre-trained models like GPT-3 has raised ethical concern due to the inherent biases that these models might pertain, per, pre-perpetuate it such a gender and racial bias which could have the real world consequence if not properly addressed. Which of the following NPL task is focused on identifying the key entities in text such as a person name, organization and locations? So इसका आंसर होगा named entities recognition NER. Named entity recognition NER explanation क्या named NPL task to identify and classify entities in text. इसमें text में identify करते हैं into predefined recognition such as names of people, recognition, locations, dates, and commonly used in information extraction. Commonly used in information को extract करने में काम आता है. Which transformer based models introduce the concept of attention mechanism that revolutionized जो किया था NPL को? तो इसका आंसर ट्रांसफॉर्मर मॉडल्स. ट्रांसफॉर्मर एक मॉडल है जो इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था, इंट्रोड्यूस इन द पेपर अटेंशन इज ऑल यू नीड. Introduce the attention mechanism that allow models to focus on in different parts of the of sequence when process the input. This breakthrough eliminated the need of a subsequential process like RNN and LSTM, significantly improving the performance. Which pre-trained language models introduced by the Google is used for understanding the context of word in a sentence by considering both left and right context? So answer होगा BERT. BERT is a bidirectional encoder representation from the transformer. Introduced the concept of bidirectional context understanding. It looks at both the left and right context of the word in the sentence to generate a context aware representation, make it highly effective for the tasks like question answering and sentimental analysis. Which recent NLP models जो है designed to process the text across the multiple language and has shown strong performance in multi language task? So इसका आंसर होगा MBERT. MBERT होता है मल्टीलैंग्वेज BERT का हम लोग फुल फॉर्म ऑलरेडी ऊपर देख चुके हैं. बाई डायरेक्शनल इनकोडर रिप्रेजेंटेशन फ्रॉम द ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स. सो इट इज एन, ये क्या है, एक्सटेंशन ऑफ बर्ट मॉडल का एक्सटेंशन है ऑन मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज साइमल्टेनियसली. इट अलाउज द मल्टीपल मल्टी लैंग्वेज एनपीएल टास्क लाइक ट्रांसलेशन, लैंग्वेज मॉडलिंग एंड क्वेश्चन आंसरिंग, प्रोवाइडिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग परफॉर्मेंस इवन फॉर द लैंग्वेज विथ फ्यूअर रिसोर्स. When what is the purpose of fine tuning in the context of pre-trained language models like BERT or GPT? So इसका आंसर होगा to adopt models of a specific task. Fine tuning is the process of taking a pre-trained models on the further training it on the smaller task specific dataset. This allows the models to adopt its knowledge to a particular task such as sentimental analysis, named entities named entities NET, named entity recognition and question answering. फाइन ट्यूनिंग हम लोग करते हैं, ठीक है. व्हाट इज द मेन डिफरेंस क्या है बिटवीन द एक्सट्रैक्टिव एंड एब्स्ट्रैक्टिव टेक्स्ट समराइजेशन? सो इसका आंसर होगा एक्सट्रैक्टिव समराइजेशन सेलेक्ट द रिलेवेंट पार्ट वाइल एब्स्ट्रैक्टिव जनरेट ए न्यू सेंटेंस. एक्सट्रैक्टिव में क्या करते हैं, सेलेक्ट करते हैं हम लोग सर्टेन पार्ट को, और एब्स्ट्रैक्टिव में हम लोग जनरेट करते हैं. ओके, तो एक्सट्रैक्टिव इज द समराइजेशन इन्वॉल्व्स सेलेक्टिंग and extracting important phrases or sentence directly from the original text. In contrast, abstractive में summarization generate करता है new or shorter version of the text by phrasing, by paraphrasing or rewording the context. Which challenge a commonly encountered in the training NLP models on the language with limited resources? Which challenge is commonly जो encountered होता है in training NLP models on language with limited resource में? इसका आंसर होगा डाटा स्पार्सिटी. डाटा स्पार्सिटी क्या है? ए significant challenge when training NLP models for a language with limited resource. These language have fewer labeled data and corpora available, making it difficult to train effective models. The technique like transfer learning and multilingual models can help to mitigate this issue. Which recent NPL models जो है designed to handle the task like text generation, summarization and question answering with a single model architecture. Is T5 text to text transformers, designed to treat all the NLP tasks as a task to text to text tasks, where both the input and output text sequences. This allows the same model architecture to be used for a wide variety of tasks, including the text generation, summarization, and question answering. Which of the following method is used to reduce the dimensionality of the word embedding while representing the semantic meaning? तो इसका आंसर होगा प्रिंसिपल कंपोनेंट एनालिसिस, PCA. The principal component analysis, PCA, is a commonly used to reduce the dimensionality of word embedding while maintaining their semantic meaning. It helps in visualizing the embedded in lower dimensional space such as 2D or 3D without losing important information. Which of the following जो NPL technique is used to determine the grammatical role of each word in a sentence, such as whether a word is a noun, verb or adjective? तो ये हम लोग करते थे किससे, ये नेम्ड एंटिटी रिकॉग्नाइजेशन शायद करते थे. विच ऑफ द फॉलो NLP टेक्निक इज यूज्ड टू डिटरमाइन द ग्रामेटिकल रोल? तो हम लोग शायद इसे करते थे, ठीक है, ए से, सॉरी सी, पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच टैगिंग से करते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग NLP टेक्निक इज यूज्ड टू डिटरमाइन द ग्रामेटिकल रोल ऑफ ईच वर्ड इन ए सेंटेंस? सो पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच Tagging is a process of identifying grammatical category of each word in a sentence, such as noun, verb, adjective. This is a key steps in understanding the structure and the meaning of the sentence in NLP. So what does the pre-training phase in model like BERT or GPT involves? So it involves training the models on the large corpus una- unlabeled task. Pre-training involves the training models like BERT, GPT, and massive corpus of unlabeled tasks. During this phase, the models learns general language, pattern, and representation, which are later be fine-tuned for a specific task and classification, question answering, and sentimental analysis. Which of the following technique can be used to improve the NPL model performance by increasing the size of training data artificially? तो इसका आंसर होगा डाटा आर्गुमेंटेशन क्या है? टेक्निक है वेयर न्यू डाटा को जनरेट करते हैं फ्रॉम द एग्जिस्टिंग डाटा बाय मेकिंग स्लाइट मॉडिफिकेशन सच एज synonyms replacement, words shuffling, paraphrasing. This increases the diversity of the training set, improving the model robustness and generalization ability. What is one major concern of using large NPL models like GPT in real world application में क्या होता है? They may generate harmful or biased content. Okay, so one of the key concern of large NPL models like GPT-3 is that they per perpetuate harmful biases such as gender, racial, and ideological bias, which may be reflected in their generated context. Efforts are being made to identify and mitigate such biases. Which of the following is an ethical challenge associated with the widespread use of NLP models in social media platforms? So क्या ethical है? तो इसका है मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन जो है ज़्यादा जल्दी और फेक न्यूज़ जो है जनरेट कर सकते हैं हम लोग. NLP models have potential to generate convincing text which can be misused to spread misinformation or fake news. This poses the significant ethical challenge, particularly in context to political manipulation or public health crisis. में इसका ethical concern आ जाता है. तो what is the main ethical concern regarding the use of personal data in training NPL models का क्या होता है? ये होता है प्राइवेसी इन्वेशन एंड अनऑथराइज्ड डाटा यूज. अनऑथराइज्ड डाटा भी इसमें यूज होता है. वन ऑफ द मेजर इथिकल कंसर्न ऑफ द यूज ऑफ पर्सनल और सेंसिटिव डाटा विदाउट प्रॉपर कंसेंट और प्राइवेसी प्रोटेक्शन ट्रेनिंग मॉडल्स ऑन सच डाटा वुड वायलेट द यूजर प्राइवेसी, जो वायलेट करता है यूजर प्राइवेसी एंड डाटा प्रोटेक्टिंग रेगुलेशन लाइक GDPR, which specialized domain benefit करता है from the NPL technologies for analyzing and extracting informations for the clinical text and medical records में. तो इसका आंसर होगा बी, हेल्थ केयर. ये NPL टेक्नोलॉजी जो है एक्सट्रीमली यूज हो रहा है फॉर हेल्थ केयर टू प्रोसेस एंड एनालाइज clinical texts and medical records, research paper. They help extract useful information such as diagnosis, treatment, and patient outcome, which can assist the decision making and research. What is the key challenge when applying NPL to legal document में क्या प्रॉब्लम आ जाता है? इसका आंसर अंडरस्टैंडिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स लीगल लैंग्वेज एंड jargons. Legal texts are often filled with complex language and specialized terminology, making it difficult for NPL models to understand their full meaning. Ensuring the NPL system can accurately interpret legal language is as a major challenge in the field of legal tech. Which of the following best define artificial intelligence? So machines performing tasks would typically require human intelligence. AI refers to the system that is designed to perform tasks that usually require human cognitive abilities, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and problem solving. what does uh, what does the term machine learning refers to? Machine learning क्या बोलता है? ये एक एल्गोरिथम है that allow computer to learn from and making prediction based on data. Algorithms that allow computer to learn from and make prediction based on the data. बेस्ड ऑन इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन क्या है? द मशीन लर्निंग जो है ये सबसेट है एआई का दैट सबसेट है एआई का दैट इन्वॉल्व्स एल्गोरिदम दैट allows machine to learn from the data, adopt over time, and make decision without explicit programming. Which of the following is a major कौन सा इसमें मेजर एप्लीकेशन ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग इन हेल्थ केयर है? तो इसका आंसर होगा बी, ऑटोमेटिकली पेशेंट डायग्नोसिस एंड ट्रीटमेंट प्लानिंग और ट्रीटमेंट प्लानिंग के लिए. सो मशीन लर्निंग जो है इंक्रीजिंग यूज इन द हेल्थ केयर टू ऑटोमेट डायग्नोसिस एंड पर्सनलाइज ट्रीटमेंट प्लानिंग by analyzing patient data and identifying the pattern that predict disease or outcome. Which of the machine learning involves the training models with labeled data? So इसका आंसर सी, सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग होगा. सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग क्या है? एक model to is trained on the labeled data, which means the input data has a correspondingly output label. This enables the model to learn and predict the future outcome. In which of the following scenarios would unsupervised learning be the most appropriate? So इसमें आंसर segmenting the customer based on the purchasing behavior. So unsupervised learning जो है हमारा उसमें क्या होता है कि it is used when there is no labeled data, कोई labeled data नहीं है. It helps in discovering hidden pattern or grouping in data, such clustering customer based on similar behavior. What is the primary goal? इसमें से प्राइमरी गोल ऑफ रेनफोर्समेंट लर्निंग क्या है? तो इसका टू ऑप्टिमाइज डिसीजन थ्रू कंटिन्यूअस फीडबैक. कंटिन्यूअस फीडबैक क्या है? तो इट इन रेनफोर्समेंट एन एजेंट लर्न बाय इंटरैक्टिंग with their environment, receiving feedback in the form of reward, punishment, or optimizing its actions over time. Okay. Which of the following is an example of deep learning? Deep learning का क्या example है? Deep learning example है convolution neural networks CNN. CNN is a type of deep learning model that is particularly effective in processing visual data such as image or videos by learning hierarchical features at different levels. Which of the following AI है? कौन सा AI टेक्निक है जो यूज हो रहा है न्यूरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग में, NLP? तो इसका आंसर रिकरेंट न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स, RNN is used in NLPs to process sequential data, such as text or speech, or because of they can maintain an internal state to capture information from the previous time steps, making them ideal for language related task. So what is transfer learning? What is transfer learning in context of machine learning? दिया हुआ reusing a predefined models on a new but related task. So I'm not able to read this, so I'm going to start from here. Which of the following is an example of generative adversarial network? adversarial network in practice, GAN. इसका आंसर all AI models generate a realistic image from the noise. Okay, it consists of two neural networks, a generator or a discriminator, that work together to generate realistic data, such as image, and resembles real world data but are artificially created. What is the purpose of conventional convolutional layer in neural networks? इसका आंसर होगा to identify spatial patterns such as age in image. Conventional layer in CNN are used to detect spatial pattern in data, particularly in image. They apply filter to input data, identifying features like edge, corners, and texture. What is the main function of reinforcement learning in AI? तो इसका आंसर होगा C, to learn the optimal sequence of actions based on the feedback from the environment. So reinforcement learning involves an agent that learns the best course of action, receiving the feedback from its environment, optimizing its action over time to maximize cumulative rewards. Which of the following is not a commonly used activation function in neural networks? So इसका आंसर होगा D, K मीन्स जो है इज अ क्लस्टर एल्गोरिथम है, नॉट ऑल एक्टिवेशन फंक्शन, कॉमन एक्टिवेशन फंक्शंस इंक्लूडिंग ReLU, sigmoids and softmax, which introduce non-linearity in neural networks and help them learn complex pattern. So how many questions are there? Plan accordingly. So I think 40-50 questions are left, so it will take around half an hour. So now, what does overfitting means in context of machine learning? So machine learning, what does overfitting means? Overfitting in context of machine learning के field में overfitting क्या mean करता है? तो the model has learned the training models training data too well, capturing noise and leading to poor performance on new data. So overfitting occurs on a model learns not just the underlying pattern but also the noise, random fluctuation in training data, which leads to the poor generalization on new unseen data. Okay, what is a support vector machine primarily used for? support vector machine जो है किस लिए यूज करते हैं? क्लासिफिकेशन एंड रिग्रेशन टास्क के लिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं. So SVMs are primarily used for the classification and regression के लिए यूज करते हैं. Then they find the hyperplane that best separate data into different class in classification task or the best fit regression task. ठीक. What does the term bias refers to in machine learning models? Bias का मतलब क्या होता है? Bias का मतलब होता है model tendency to produce inaccurate predictions due to systematic error. Bias is a machine learning refers to error introduced in the model's assumptions, which lead to the predictions that are consistently off target, reducing the model accuracy. What is the main purpose of feature selection इन मशीन लर्निंग में फीचर सिलेक्शन का क्या पर्पस है? तो ये इसका पर्पस है टू इम्प्रूव द मॉडल्स एबिलिटी टू जनरलाइज बाय रिमूविंग द irrelevant or redundant feature. Okay, feature selection is the process of identifying the most important features in the data set which can help improve the model performance by removing irrelevant or redundant information that might lead to overfitting. So which on the following is the advantage of using deep learning models over traditional machine learning models? सो क्या है एडवांटेज, क्या है डीप लर्निंग का, डीप लर्निंग मॉडल्स का ओवर ट्रेडिशनल मशीन मशीन लर्निंग से बेहतर डीप लर्निंग क्यों है? सो डीप लर्निंग इट कैन ऑटोमेटिकली लर्न कॉम्प्लेक्स पैटर्न फ्रॉम द रॉ डाटा विदाउट द manual feature engineering, without the help of manual feature engineering. It can automatically learn a complex pattern. Okay, the deep learning models are especially neural network and automatically extract relevant features from the raw data such as image or text, reducing the need of manual feature engineering. So which type of neural network is the best suited for the processing sequential data, such as text, time series, conventional? तो recurrent neural networks, RNN is designed for reprocessing sequential data like text, speech, times series data, because they maintain memory of previous input, which is crucial for task involving sequence prediction. What is the purpose of the dropout technique in neural network? Dropout technique का क्या मतलब हुआ इन न्यूरल नेटवर्क में? सो इसका मतलब हुआ टू प्रिवेंट ओवरफिटिंग और रेंडमली डीएक्टिवेटिंग certain neurons during training. Okay, dropout is a regularized technique used during the neural network training, where random subset of neurons is dropped, temporarily deactivating during each training iteration to prevent a model from overfitting. Which of the following is an example of, कौन सा एग्जाम्पल है रियल वर्ल्ड एप्लीकेशन का ऑफ रेनफोर्समेंट लर्निंग के लिए? तो सेल्फ लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम्स इन वीडियो गेम्स और रोबोटिक्स. तो रेनफोर्समेंट लर्निंग इज ऑफ्टन यूज्ड इन situations where an agent learns through trial and error to optimize its action. For example, it is used in robotics for tasks such as robotic arm control, in video games for learning optimal strategy. What is back propagation in context of neural network? What is in context of बैक प्रोपोगेशन क्या होता है न्यूरल नेटवर्क के फील्ड में? तो इसका आंसर होता है सी द ए प्रोसेस ऑफ एडजस्टिंग वेट इन न्यूरल नेटवर्क टू ऑप्टिमाइजिंग एरर के लिए. तो बैक प्रोपोगेशन इज एन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक यूज फॉर ऑप्टिमाइज एन एरर बाय एडजस्टिंग द वेट ऑफ द न्यूरल नेटवर्क. इट इन्वॉल्व्स कैलकुलेटिंग द gradient of the error with respect to each weight and adjusting the weight in the opposite direction. Which of the following applications is the computer version typically used? So autonomous vehicle recognition, autonomous vehicle recognizing objects on the road is the computer version typically used. So computer version widely used in the applications like autonomous driving, where it allows vehicles to detect objects such as pedestrian, traffic signal signs, and other vehicles by processing virtual data from camera. Okay, which of the following AI technique is used to detect anomalies in financial transaction? एनॉमली डिटेक्शन इस शायद हम लोग पहले कर चुके हैं. व्हाट इज द प्राइमरी गोल ऑफ रिकमेंडर सिस्टम का क्या प्राइमरी गोल होता है? टू प्रिडिक्ट द मोस्ट रिलेवेंट आइटम्स फॉर यूजर्स बेस्ड ऑन देयर प्रेफरेंस के बेस में यूजर के लिए हम लोग मोस्ट रिलेवेंट आइटम को प्रेफर करते हैं. सो द प्राइमरी डिफरेंस बिटवीन द जनरेटिव मॉडल्स एंड डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव मॉडल्स, ये तो हम लोग पहले शायद देख चुके हैं. जनरेटिव मॉडल्स जो है ज्वाइंट प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, while discriminatory models are the conditional probability distributions. Generative models aims to model the joint distribution of input and output, while discriminative models focus on the modeling boundary between classes, that is conditional probability. What is the major challenge? क्या मेजर चैलेंज है इन द फील्ड ऑफ न्यूरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग के फील्ड में? सो इसका आंसर है अंडरस्टैंडिंग द मीनिंग बिहाइंड द कॉन्टेक्स्ट एंड एम्बिग्यूटी इन ह्यूमन लैंग्वेज. NPL faces challenge in understanding the contextual meaning of the word, handling linguistic ambiguities, and understanding the sarcasm, all of which are essential for accurate interpretation. So, what is the which of the following describes the use case of AI in energy sector? Energy sector के field में क्या use है AI का? Autonomous power plant operation, predicting stock market prices नहीं, recognizing the face in security camera नहीं, performing the sentimental analysis on social media posts. So मुझे लगता है A होगा. चलिए देखते हैं. इसका आंसर A है, सही है. तो ऑटोमेटिकली पावर प्लांट ऑपरेशन में हम लोग यूज़ कर सकते हैं. जैसे लिखा हुआ है एनर्जी सेक्टर, तो एनर्जी पावर प्लांट ही तो है एनर्जी सेक्टर में. So AI is used as an energy sector to optimize operations, manage power grids efficiently, to predict energy demand, and even automate maintenance tasks in power plant. So which of the following is a primarily use of natural language processing, NLP? So it is B, processing and analyzing the human language. So NLP focus on enabling machines to understand, interpret, and regenerate a human language in a way that is meaningful, making it useful for the task like translation, sentiment analysis, and chatbot interaction. What does the no free lunch theorem implies in machine learning? So it is a no universal best algorithm for all type of problem. So कोई एक ऐसा एल्गोरिथम नहीं है जो जिससे सारे प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व किया जाए. सो इट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ नो फ्री लंच theorem in machine learning. So no free lunch suggested that no single machine learning algorithm works best for every type of problem. The performance of algorithm depends on the type of problem at hand. Different model perform different across different database. So ensembles learning क्या होता है? Ensembles the combining multiple model to improve the performance. Models involved करता है combining the prediction of multiple tasks and improving the overall performance. Technique like bagging, random forest boosting मतलब gradient boosting are a popular example. What is the key advantage? क्या key advantage है using the cloud based AI and machine learning tools के फील्ड में, मशीन लर्निंग के फील्ड के यूज में? ऑफर स्केलेबिलिटी एंड एक्सेस ए पावरफुल कंप्यूटेशनल रिसोर्स. ये क्या है? क्लाउड बेस्ड AI एंड मशीन लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म्स प्रोवाइड ऑन डिमांड एक्सेस टू हाई परफॉर्मेंस कंप्यूटेशनल स्टोरेज एंड स्केलेबिलिटी रिसोर्सेज, मेकिंग इट easier for companies and researchers to build and deploy models without the need for the significant upfront investment. The confusion matrix क्या होता है? Confusion matrix is a graphical representation of data set data tools for hyperparameter tuning, a table used to evaluate the performance of the classification algorithms. तो यहाँ ये सही है. टेबल होता है used to evaluate the performance of the classification algorithm. A confusion matrix क्या होता है? Is a performance evaluation tool used for classification models showing the true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. Okay, so false positive, false negative helps to access the accuracy, precision, and recall and F1 score. Okay, which of the following machine learning models is commonly जो है यूज होता है फॉर रिकमेंडेशन सिस्टम? सो कोलैबोरेटिव फिल्टरिंग जो है वो यूज हो रहा है आज के टाइम में. कोलैबोरेटिंग फिल्टरिंग जो है पॉपुलर टेक्निक होता है यूज फॉर रिकमेंडेशन सिस्टम वेयर द यूजर्स प्रेफरेंस आर predictive based on the preference of similar users. This approach is widely used in platforms like Netflix and Amazon. The primary purpose of the hyperparameter in machine learning. Hyperparameter in machine learning का क्या है? इसका आंसर to adjust the model complexity during training. इसमें ट्रेनिंग के ही दौरान एडजस्ट करना है मॉडल्स की कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी को. हाइपर पैरामीटर्स आर द एक्सटर्नल कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस टू that control the training process, such as learning rate, batch size, and number of layers in the neural networks. The proper training of the hyperparameters is crucial for improving the model performance. In reinforcement learning, what is reward? So reward is a positive feedback signal to guide the learning process. In reinforcement learning, a reward is the positive feedback signal received by the agent after the performing an action. The goal is for the agent to maximize the cumulative reward over the time by learning optimal action. What is the difference between the batch gradient descent and stochastic gradient descent? सो इसका आंसर है बैड ग्रेडियंट डिसेंट जो है, बैड ग्रेडियंट डिसेंट प्रोसेस इंटायर डाटा सेट एट वंस, वाइल stochastic gradient descent process is one data point at a time. Batch gradient descent uses the entire data to compute gradient and update model weight in each iteration, whereas stochastic gradient descent update the weight using a single data point at a time, making it more efficient for large data set. What is the data pre-processing? In machine learning, what is the data processing? Data pre-processing मतलब डाटा को हम लोग पहले प्रोसेस कर रहे हैं, तो स्टोरिंग डाटा इन अ मोर एफिशिएंट फॉर्मेट, लर्निंग एंड ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग रॉ डाटा इनटू ए यूजेबल फॉर्मेट फॉर मॉडल ट्रेनिंग. कलेक्टिव बी मुझे लग रहा है, सो बी सही है. सो क्लीनिंग द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रॉ डाटा, क्लीनिंग एंड ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग रॉ डाटा इनटू ए यूजेबल फॉर्मेट फॉर मॉडल ट्रेनिंग नहीं यूज हो रहा. सो इसका आंसर है डाटा प्री प्रोसेसिंग इन्वॉल्व्स क्लीनिंग द डाटा, हैंडलिंग मिसिंग values in normalizing and scaling features, encoding categories, variables, and splitting the data into the training and testing sets to prepare it for modeling. What type of a machine learning algorithm is used in image recognition task? In image recognition task में हम लोग यूज कौन सा टाइप ऑफ एल्गोरिथम यूज कर सकते हैं? तो ये कॉन्वेंशनल न्यूरल नेटवर्क जो है, डीप लर्निंग मॉडल्स डाटा एक्सेल द प्री प्रोसेसिंग इमेज के फील्ड में हम लोग ये यूज करते हैं, ये याद रखना. ओके, CNN. they automatically learn spatial hierarchy of features, making them highly effective for tasks like object detection and image classification. What does the term precision refers to in machine learning classification models? So A, the proportion of positive predictions that are actually correct. The precision is the ratio of true positive prediction to the total number of positive prediction, both true or true positive and false positive, and it measures how many of the predictions positive cases are actually correct. Which of the following statement best describe the semi-supervised learning? Semi-supervised learning के लिए A, the learning methods that uses both labeled and unlabeled data. Unsupervised learning is a small amount of learning data along the large amount of unlabeled data to improve the learning efficiency, especially when the learning expensive over the time or the time consuming. What the natural language generation? What is natural language generation? It is a task to generating coherent, meaningful text from the structured data. What is the machine learning algorithm? Machine learning algorithm is based on the concept of nearest neighbors. तो इसका आंसर होगा B, K nearest neighbors, KNN. So KNN is a simple, ये क्या है, intuitive algorithm that classifies the data point based on the majority class of their nearest neighbors in the feature. So nearest neighbor में जो होगा ना, उसको ये classify करता है. Okay. So what is so I'm not able to. What is the curse of the dimensionality? Curse of dimensionality in the machine learning. इसका आंसर होगा B, the problem where. What is the curse dimensionality in machine learning? तो इसका आंसर होगा the problem where more features increase the complexity of the models and led to overfitting. The curse of dimensionality refers to the challenges that arises the number of features dimensions in the data set increases with more dimensions. Models become more complex and are prone to overfitting, making it difficult to generalize from the training data to unseen data. And the transfer learning, what is transfer learning in machine learning? The process of applying knowledge gained from the solving one problem to the different but reduce क्या है ये recovered problem कुछ तो होगा वहाँ पे. Transfer learning involves taking a pre-trained models, usually on large data set, or fine tuning it for different but related tasks. यहाँ पे related task होगा. Okay, related task. It is especially useful when there is insufficient data for the new task. Insufficient data for the new task. What is the रेनफोर्समेंट, व्हाट इज रेनफोर्समेंट लर्निंग, ये ऑलरेडी हम लोग देख चुके हैं. रेनफोर्समेंट लर्निंग होता है, इट इज़ अ मेथड वेयर द मॉडल लर्न्स बाय रिसीविंग फीडबैक इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रिवॉर्ड और पेनल्टी के फॉर्म में. अगर हम लोग रिवॉर्ड दे रहे हैं एआई को तो उसके वजह से रेनफोर्समेंट लर्निंग हो रहा है. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग टेक्निक इज यूज टू रिड्यूस द डायमेंशनलिटी of the data? So इसका आंसर principal component analysis. Principal component is a technique used to reduce the dimensionality of the data by transforming it into a new set of variables. Principal component that captures the most important information while reducing the redundancy and complexity. What is the function of an activism function in the neural network? It add randomness to the weight to normalize the input data. So इसका आंसर है टू सी, to introduce the non-linearity and determine the output of each neurons. The activation function is in a neural network introduce the non-linearity at allowing the network to model complex relationship in data. It also determines the output of each neurons in the network. What is bagging? Bagging in machine learning इसका आंसर होगा a technique where multiple models are trained on the different subset of the data and their predictions are average. The bagging means bootstrap aggregating is an assembling learning method where multiple models are trained on the different subset on training data and their predictions are aggregated, often by voting or averaging, to improve the performance and reduce the variance. What is the main advantage of using the deep learning over the traditional machine learning? ये already हम देख चुके हैं. It does not need the feature engineering. It can use it does not need the feature engineering. Okay, deep learning models, especially the neural network, can automatically learn the most important features directly from the raw data. इमेज और टेक्स्ट से ये लर्न कर लेता है, सीख लेता है. रिड्यूसिंग द नीड फॉर मैनुअल feature engineering, which is often required in traditional machine learning technique. In deep learning, what is conventional layer used for? So it is used for automatically extracting feature from the input data like image. So turning test used for AI. What is a turning test? तो turning test होता है, it evaluate if a machine that exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to or distinguished from that of human. जो ये जो है इवेलेट होता है, इवेलेट करते हैं मशीन को टू एग्जिबिट इंटेलिजेंस बिहेवियर इक्विवेलेंट टू ह्यूमन के बराबर का है कि नहीं उसका इंटेलिजेंस, उसके लिए यूज करता है. प्रपोज्ड बाय एलन ट्यूनिंग. It is a method of determining whether the machine exhibit intelligence behavior that is indistinguishable from that of a human. If a human equator can't tell the difference between the machine and a human and during the interaction, the machine is said to have passed the test. The active learning in machine learning क्या होता है? Active learning is a method होता है where model select such which data to label Active learning is supervised learning technique in which models select the most informative or uncertain data point to label. This improves the model accuracy while reducing the amount of labeled data needed. The term resemblance method in machine learning refers to be the technique where multiple models are combined to improve the overall performance. Assembled model combines the multiple models to improve the overall performance by reducing error and variance. For example, random forest gradient boosting and ADA boost. The bootstrap method in machine learning is a technique used to resample the data set to create the new training set. What does the model evaluation means in the context of machine learning? So it is a process of accessing the model's performance using different matrices. The model evaluation involves using the metrics such as accuracy, precision, recall, F1 scores, curve to access how well the machine learning models perform on the test. In machine learning, what is underfitting? So underfitting is a model that too simple and fails to capture the underlying pattern in the data. So underfitting occurs when the model is too simple to capture the complexity or underlying pattern in the data, leading to the poor performance on both training and test data. So now it will going to end.